I'm Chadwick Jones, reviewer extraordinaire. I can't do this. I just can't. This movie, it's so terrible that I just can't watch it, you know? I'm done with this. I'm done. I don't care. I'm done. Alright, you convinced me. So let's begin. The film begins and... Oh, sorry about that. I seem to have put the wrong movie in. Let me just...
I don't know, you look like an artist yourself, so I was just wondering...
I'm not really a singer.
Oh, no, that's the right movie, yeah. I guess it's starting off on, like, maybe the people in there are watching a crappy documentary, and that's why that footage looks like it was shot on, something like my camera, you know? Let's just wait until that part ends.
How long has it been?
Oh my god, it's been
It's gonna end soon, right?
Distribution deal. Yeah, but, you know, with your banging voice and...
Right?
Thanks for taking the time to talk.
This is the movie? The movie was shot on the same camera as mine was? Now that elephant in the room has been addressed, let's get to the plot. Our main character, Ebony, is a singer looking for work. One of her friends, called Cedric, co-owns a recording studio and invites Ebony on a date/business meeting.
Word. Bring it through. I'd like to see it again.
Oh yeah, no problem. You know, me and her are getting together tonight, so, you know, I'll talk to her.
Later that night...
Oh my gosh, and that concert was banging. I love myself some Paul Woman.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Seriously, this movie has the worst camera quality since The Haunting, sort of.
This date was supposed to be about the audition, remember?
Oh, I didn't tell you, see, I like to mix business with pleasure, you know, every chance I get, you know.
During this scene, a mysterious figure lurks in the shadows. Stupid Rose with her stupid horns. Ow. She records a little with Cedric and the other co-owner, Kyle, and things go well.
Oh no, I'm praying. Well,
All these years and I never knew you had such a beautiful voice.
Too bad our sound equipment makes you sound like a dying giraffe.
What up? I laid down 2 tracks so far. Check them out.
Wow. Listen to that tune. This man is the next Beethoven. This would probably be a good time to mention that Ebony just got out of a relationship with a man named Alex. A very odd relationship.
everything was fine between me and Alex until he started getting into sorcery and magic and...
What?
Until you leave that junk alone, we can't build a life together.
I guess the writers of this movie didn't think a sadistic boyfriend was scary enough. They needed to throw in the dark arts as well.
You'll never guess who I ran into. Never.
Where would you even start this hobby? Did he go down to the library and pick out the book Hell-Raising for Dummies? This is so dumb. This is just so fucking dumb! Ebony later goes out with her friend Candace in order to seek relationship advice.
Exactly.
Hello?
Wrong number, asshole!
What the hell was that about?
Some jerk. He's been calling me all day. I gotta be more careful with who I give my number to.
Right. This next scene is so poorly edited that I had to study it frame by frame in order to figure out what happens. So, get this. Candace goes up to her apartment and enjoys some alcohol. She then spots an imposing figure on the street who points at her and makes her drop the glass. Her first instinct is to call for help. She finds that the phones have been disconnected and decides to unlock her apartment door for no particular reason, flees upstairs from her pursuer, enters another apartment, decides once again that locking doors is for chumps, and instead ambushes the person when they come through the door. Candace is then overpowered and beaten to death with a baseball bat. Wow. Not since Scary Movie have I seen a damsel in distress so alarmingly stupid. After that incident, Ebony is called down to the local police station. You can tell it's the police station because they have a parking cop buggy outside. They also have handcuffs nailed to the wall as decorations. But the most impressive tell of all, it's a common fact that cops are horrible actors.
The caller never spoke. It was just breathing.
Breathe.
After having a hallucination of blood on his hands, Kyle goes over to Ebony's house, partly to cheer her up and partly to see if she can remove the beehives that fell on his head.
I appreciate everything you've done. You are a true friend.
Is that all?
Meanwhile, at Cedric's apartment,
I'm gonna get out of here.
You leaving? Don't lie to me. I know you're gonna go see that bitch Ebony, ain't you?
Whoever this is, I'm about to call the cops.
Yeah, you're gonna need to call the cops once I'm done with you. Now, where's my man? Is Cedric over there? I know his black ass is over there. He ain't come home yet. I swear to God, if you're fucking him, all hell's gonna break loose.
I'm tired. It's late. I have no time for this.
Well, I'm tired too. Now put Cedric on the phone.
I said he's not here. Goodbye.
And you better not hang up on me. I know this bitch did not just hang up the phone on me. Let me find Cedric black ass over there. I swear to God. If he's over there with her, they're both dead.
okay, what's with the murder scenes in this film? I honestly can't tell what happened, no matter how many times I rewatch that. Did the editor suffer a fatal heart attack?
Pumpkin? I heard you fussing. Is everything alright?
She lives with her father? Cedric later comes home to find his girlfriend dead, and Kyle being let off in custody. Despite the fact that his fingerprints and DNA are all over the crime scene, Kyle claims that he is innocent.
Now look, he claims he's innocent, but I have to say, it just doesn't look good for him right now.
I've known Kyle for years. Kyle is not a killer.
Look, I know this is difficult for you, but this is the second dead body that we found in less than, 2 weeks? And the victim is both friends of yours and Ebony. See these cases all the time.
All the time? People go on a murderous rampage over a girl they had a passing interest in all the time. Kyle's friends are so distraught about this that they meet at Ebony's house in order to talk things over. Things go from bad to worse when Kyle escapes from prison and shows up with red marker fluid on his shirt.
Oh, gosh. Take it easy, Kyle.
The cops show up looking for him, but Kyle escapes, kills the father, then runs outside, avoids the multitudes of police officers, and strangles one of the cops in his car. All in a matter of seconds, as this movie's editing leads us to believe. This guy is more efficient than Jason Voorhees.
You two are not safe here. Now we got people searching this entire neighborhood for this site.
People you will never see. While this dangerous killer is on the loose, the detectives place Ebony and Cedric in a motel looked after by a single police officer. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Detective Burns,
What you got?
we've assigned an officer to every friend and family member of Ebony Flowers and Cedric Kendall. But we got to one of them too late. The victim has been dead for weeks. Looked like he was this psycho's first victim.
Wow, her ex-boyfriend is dead? Wait, what did they say?
Looked like he was this psycho's first victim.
You think Kyle murdered him by making him perform a satanic ritual on himself? Oh, but why should I question them? After all, they worked hard to earn those Toys R Us badges. But now we encounter a twist.
You should have never left me.
Stop, Cedric, you're hurting me. Stop it. You're hurting me.
Both Cedric and Kyle are the killers. Victoria. I really thought that lone cop would help.
Julia, what's going on? What's going on?
I don't know what happened to Cedric. He snapped.
All right, go back to the suite and wait there. Okay, go! Ebony, open up. It's Julia.
What? That's just silly. Of course, anyone with half a brain cell has figured out by now that Cedric and Kyle aren't responsible. Alex is. No, not that Alex, this one. Basically, after Ebony left him, Alex did the most logical thing he could think of, and kills himself in order to turn into a spirit and force people to brutally murder all of her friends. Somehow I don't think this will work out.
You never understood my passion for the dark arts, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna have all eternity to fall in love again.
Remembering him for who he is, Ebony defeats Alex with pure force of will in one of the lamest climaxes ever. I mean, he drove 2 different people to murder, but can't even make one girl hang out with him again. Boring.
I'm gonna have a hard time explaining this.
Same here, lady. Same here. So that was Bleeding Rose. This film is awful. Even excusing the poor cinematography and camera quality, the story is hack. The acting is non-existent, and that climax is one of the lamest I've ever seen. She may as well have used the power of love to defeat him. At least then I could rant about it. A boring, confusing, hopeless mess of a film. That movie was terrible, but it's not enough to make me want to commit suicide in shame for the human race. I actually don't know what the Meddler was talking about. Like, this is bad. Like, it's really bad. But not quite bad enough to make me want to kill myself.
What exactly made you think that that was the last movie?
It was the last movie, right? I mean, you left it right there, and it started with a B, but that meant that it's the last movie, right?
I'm afraid the last is yet to come. Let us see, there's one more. Beneath the Mississippi.
That's not how headphones work.